So our take damage logic is complete. Now we are going to go back to our widget blueprint and build the logic in here so that our progress bar also acts according to the damage amount and reduces in amount as we take damage. And how do we do that? If you go to this percent under the progress tab, you have this option to bind a logic. So you're going to go inside, you're going to click the drop down menu, create binding, and it's going to take you inside of a graph. You are going to get a function you're going to get a function here, so you're going to build a logic here as well. Before that, let's go into the variables and create a reference to our actual character, because this is a different blueprint, not our character blueprint. We are going to bring a reference of our character inside of the widget blueprint. So let's say owner character, and for the type, we are going to type in BP top down character, and you're going to select object reference. And the most important thing here is you're going to turn on expose on spawn and instance editable, or else this will not work, because you are going to apply this logic as soon as the game starts, and so that the game knows that if you take the damage from the beginning of the game, any damage that you take, it's going to affect the health bar. So do not forget to turn on this expose on spawn and instance editable options. And now that we have created that, hit compile just to be safe and bring in owner character, get owner character. And we are going to build the same logic, but in a slightly different way inside of our blueprint widget blueprint, sorry. So how do we do that? Since this is a percentage inside of this is a percentage calculation inside of the widget blueprint, we are going to use the division operator instead of the subtraction operator. So why are we dividing it? Because, for example, let's say our current health is 100 and our max health is 100. 100 divided by 100 is equal to 1, which is what we saw in our details panel in the designer, where our percent is 1 by default, which is 100 max health. So let's say our current health is 75 and our max health is 100. The result is going to be 0.25, which is also converted to 25%. So your health will go down by 25%. It's a very clean way to reduce your health inside of the widget blueprint. So we are going to bring in get current health, and we are also going to bring in we are also going to bring in max health, get max health. And like I said, we are going to attach the current health to divide node as the numerator and max health as the denominator. And this result is going to go inside select float node. What this does is that it gives us an ability to add a condition. And what is that condition that if you ask me, it would be to make sure that our character is indeed taking a damage. If we don't want our health bar to just randomly go down, right? So to make sure that our character goes down in health only when he is getting hit by something or getting damaged by something, we are going to build a valid logic in there. So we are going to add is valid node, and we are going to attach it to pick a. So if our owner character, which is our BP drop down character in our case, it is going to check if it's valid, if it's actually taking the damage, and it's going to set the condition pick a, which is our division logic over here, and we are going to just connect this return value right there, and we're going to hit compile, and our widget blueprint logic is ready to go. When we do take damage, our health bar is going to go down. So let's go back to our top-down character, and right now is the most important thing. We are going to add it to our visual viewport, or else we won't see what's happening, right? So to do that, we are going to add a node called create widget. Create widget. There you go. And we are going to select WBP health bar. And this is going to give an option on our character for which we can reference ourselves. So you can just type self and get a reference to self and attach it there. And right next to the create widget node, we are going to drop add to viewport node. This will ensure that our widget is added to the viewport, and it does so as soon as the game starts because we are attaching it to event begin play. It's going to set our current health and max health to 100. It's going to create the widget and add it to the viewport, and then our powers are like activating later on. Attach the return value to the target and you are good to go. Hit compile and let's hit play. Let's see and test it out. How are we going to test it out? There is no traps, there's no damage, there's nothing to damage you. So let's just go back to our blueprint and let's add a simple way to take damage, which is just a keyboard press, or whatever it is. I'm just going to bring in keyboard key. And what should I bring? So many options. Okay, let's say bring J, okay? Yeah, let's bring J. And here, I'm going to drag off pressed, and I'm going to call our take damage event that we created there. So I'm going to bring a call take damage. So it's going to bring in our take damage function that we, like the custom event that we created here, and all the logic that applies here will be applied to when we press the button J. For the damage amount, you can assign it to 25. You can assign a default damage amount over here too, but I would rather apply it here because if you're, let's say, creating a trap, you can set individual damage amounts to your traps instead of trying to do one default value. You can set different damage amounts for different kinds of traps or weapons or whatever it is. So this is a nice way to continue applying the damage amounts. I'm going to hit compile and let's hit play and test it out. There you go. When we press button J, it's going to go down, and when we hit 0, we are going to exit out of our game. Awesome. In the next video, we are going to continue building our powers prototype. This is a starter, so this is going to be incorporated in our next video. So do try to finish this part before you go to the other one, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.